Brightwood Real Estate Education. I'm your host, Rolf Kurtyka. The Law of Fixtures. So what is a fixture? It's a real estate term. Remember, real estate includes the land plus appurtenances, improvements, rights, interest, and fixtures. So what's a fixture? A fixture is an item that was once personal property, but has now been attached to an improvement so as to become real property. Now remember that real property is improvements, rights, interest, and fixtures. All right, so once again, a fixture is attached to an improvement, and now it becomes the improvement, it's attached to the property, it becomes real estate. Here's a picture. Let's say this is your wonderful home. I like your hardwood floors. And you used to have a shelving system or something like that that was in here. And you took the shelving system out and you ordered or went down to the home center, or you had a mill worker put this together for you. They built this beautiful desk. And you're kind of a handy person. So you went to where the desk was either purchased or built. And what you did is you brought that home in your pickup truck. You had all these disassembled pieces in your pickup truck, and you put the thing together. So you attached it. Oh, did you ever attach it? This thing is attached. It's not going anywhere. It is part of the real estate. And since it's attached, it's now attached to the improvements. I think you might see a little bit of land out there, and the improvements are attached to the land. So you know what that thing that is, which was once personal property right there? You know what that is? That is a fixture, and it runs with the land. When you sell your property, you're selling that thing right along with your land. Now, land is never a fixture. All right? Fixtures are attached to improvements which are attached to the land. Now, once personal property is attached, we call it a fixture. It's an appurtenance. Remember, land plus its appurtenances. And so, therefore, it's transferred by the deed when you sell the property. Now, the only way that it wouldn't transfer, maybe you fell in love with that built-in that you did, you'd have to exclude it from the purchase. You'd have to exclude it from the agreement. So, with fixtures, we often test for intent. Things very rarely accidentally become a fixture. Was the object affixed or attached or installed with the intent of being permanent, with the intent of improving the land, with the intent of being permanently attached to an improvement? And so we have these AAAs, sometimes you'll hear it. So how was it attached? The intent is evidenced by the following. The first A is attachment. What's the permanence of the method? And here's a couple of key terms, especially for you test takers. You ready? Built-in versus freestanding. If it's built in, then it's a fixture. If it's freestanding, then it's personal property. If you can see that little picture of that microwave, I'm looking at that little picture. I see the cubby hole for the microwave, but I can't tell if that microwave's attached or not attached. Maybe it's just plugged in. Plugged in is not attached. Bolted in, that's attached. We'd have to do more investigation to find out whether that is a fixture or not. Adaptation is another one. So when you buy a property, you're going to get the house keys and the garage door openers because those are specific to other fixtures in the property, specific to an individual property. So you've got locks on your doors, those are attached, and the keys will run with the land. The garage door opener will run with the garage door opener that's attached out in the garage. The best way to determine whether something is a fixture or not and whether it transfers is an agreement. When in doubt, write it out. So a written contract is often the final decision of what will or will not be conveyed. Now, if you've got that wonderful built-in that you built, or you've got this chandelier that you just love, and you don't want to sell that when you sell your property, that fixture must be excluded from the purchase contract in one way, shape, or form if the seller is not going to sell the property. So I'll sell you this legal description, so I'm selling you my real estate, the improvements, rights, interests, and fixtures, but not that fixture. I'm going to exclude that one. I'm taking it with me. You know, rose bushes is often an example of things, or certain garden plants. People often want to take that with them when they go. So they exclude it from the agreement. So to wrap up fixtures, it was once personal property, but it's been attached to an improvement. It's been attached to the land, and now it's real property. Real property, and it's going to transfer with the deed unless what? Unless the grantor, the seller, excludes that fixture from the sale.